Hello everyone, long time no see. I'm not going to talk too much about like where I've been and everything for the past 6 months because I do want to just get into this video, but I will say that I missed you guys so much. I said recently that I was gonna start filming YouTube videos again because I did take a 6-month long break, but we are back and I just miss filming and I miss this platform so much. I've been very active over on my Instagram and my TikTok platforms, but I'm hopping back over here to say hello to my YouTube family and film some videos for you guys. So I hope you guys are ready. Today I am sharing my 1-year postpartum update. Yes, it has been 1 year since my home birth. I know a lot of you guys followed me on my home birth journey. A lot of you guys have come over from my home birth video and subscribed and are probably very new to this channel, so thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna give you guys a 1-year postpartum update from my home birth and since my home birth and just how I am doing. I am 1 week away from being 1 year postpartum officially, so I felt like this is a good time to give a good update and just a good way to hop back into chatting with you guys and filming. So we are gonna get right into it. Got my coffee. I've got the kids in the other room, so hopefully they are sitting tight for this. I've got my notes so that I can try not to forget everything, and yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get into it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below so you guys can stay tuned for more videos because I promise that they're coming. Don't forget to follow me over on my Instagram and TikTok at Frankie C. Glover, and let's get into it before this gets too long. So yes, we are 1 year post baby, post home birth, 1 year postpartum of my first home birth, and I feel like I have a couple updates for you guys. It's been a very good postpartum journey. I wouldn't say it was like too hectic, but I also did have some ups and downs that I'll get into. I've got some updates regarding like my mental health because a lot of you guys know I was on Prozac and I am no longer on that for prenatal postpartum depression, and I'll just get into all of it. So let's get started. I guess I'll start on like my home birth recovery, being that that was my first home birth, and like how the recovery was different for the first year. I would say that my recovery was actually probably one of the easiest recoveries I had ever had. Being in my own home after birth, like mentally and physically, was just so nice. That really helped my mental health like during that time, especially being that I am someone who deals with prenatal and postpartum depression. The home birth recovery over the year was great. I haven't had like any issues regarding birth that have come up over the last year, like anything physical, I would say. I will get into like some of my physical postpartum updates here. So I have only lost 20 pounds since giving birth. But I have not like really, I've been up and down with working out and eating right over the last year. It does take me a good year to get back into that, and I'm not really worried about it. I have just recently started going to the gym, focusing on my diet. Those are things that I like are already involved in my lifestyle. Like I already take part in, you know, healthy eating, healthy living. But the first year postpartum, I've given myself a lot of grace, and I do this with each one of my kids. I don't try to rush back into it because I have been there before, and I don't know, I just feel like I need to take time to let my body recover the first year, and then I can get back into things. There was other things that I was focusing on, like my family, my kids, getting into a routine. We recently started homeschooling, and my physical health just wasn't a priority, but like I just wasn't focusing on what I looked like, if that makes sense. I was just letting my body be this postpartum. So I've only lost 20 pounds and I'm finally feeling like I can start getting back into working out, hitting the gym and all that good stuff, and it does feel really good. Also exclusively breastfeeding, that I feel like is something that takes a huge part in my weight loss journeys when I have babies. So I breastfed my second daughter exclusively for 2.5 years, and now I jumped right back into it with my third baby, Brio, and we are a year into it now, exclusively breastfed. I do feel like I struggle to lose weight while breastfeeding. That could have something to do with it, but yeah, breastfeeding is going really well. I am still exclusively breastfed, no supplementation or anything as of this point, and we definitely foresee to keep going as long as he wants to. Like I said, I have done a 2.5 year journey and I am willing to continue that again. I actually really do enjoy our breastfeeding journey, and it has gone very well and very smoothly thus far, so I'm very grateful for that. Baby is up, so I've got to go grab him, and I might be finishing out the video with him in here with me. So Rio is joining us for the rest of this video. Most likely. He's actually not feeling well. I'm not sure if it's, I'm between it's teething or a bug. He's just gonna hang out with us. He should be pretty good. Let me grab my notes. The only like physical thing I would probably say that I've been dealing with this postpartum journey pain-wise is lower back pain. I am not sure if that is from my previous epidurals with my 2 oldest kids, or if it's just from having carried 3 babies, but I do have pretty bad lower back pain, and I some days feel like I am 95 years old when I'm standing up or doing any physical activity. It's very concerning to me. Like, it doesn't stop me from doing my daily things, but that's probably the only physical pain I've experienced since birth. I have really been working to heal my core. I haven't like had diastasis recti or anything from what I know, or like any gaps in my abs, but I do feel like I have a very weak core after having babies, which is very common. And I feel like I just really am trying to work and focus on that. But I am working to not only fix it like for looks, but like internally fix my core. So I've been doing a lot of mom core, like exercising, workouts, and stabilizing my core and taking care of it. Like nothing too strenuous, just trying to get my body in the best shape that I can, like internally, not just for appearance wise, but for like my strength and stuff. So those are all like the physical updates, I guess, when it comes to postpartum. Had a really great postpartum journey physically. Like things went really smoothly from delivery up until now. Like I feel wonderful and almost like a person again. As for mental postpartum recovery, because that is a huge part of postpartum that I feel like is talked a lot about now. But maybe some women, especially new moms, like aren't aware of. At least I wasn't. But as a 3rd-time mom, I knew to really like tune into my mental health after having him, and I've been very attuned. So if you've been following along, I was on an antidepressant prenatal for prenatal depression and for postpartum depression. I've been on Prozac since I was pregnant with my 2nd daughter, so quite a few years. I had prenatal depression with her, postpartum depression, then stayed on it with him, prenatal depression with him, and then I stayed on it postpartum. Now I did run out of it postpartum, and I ended up taking quite a few months off of it, and that was not good. I did end up going back on it, and I like had called my midwife. She got me a quick refill, and after that 3-month refill, I realized that that was just not something that I wanted to be on anymore. I don't want to be on antidepressants, not against them. Obviously, they've helped me for quite a few years. I knew I wanted to take a more natural route to dealing with my mental health, postpartum, my depression in general, and anxiety. So I decided to opt for CBD. That has been going great. I've been on it for about 2-3 months now. I'm not really sure. I recently just switched to a new brand of it, which I will actually link down below. I do have a code if you guys are willing to try or wanting to try. It's a vegan brand and really good ingredients, and it's been really helping me. But anyways, I have officially like weaned off of Prozac. Took 2 weeks off from it just to like kind of get it out of my system, because you're really not supposed to mix the two, and then started CBD. I will say I get a great feeling, almost the same feeling I get from my antidepressants that I do from CBD. And a lot of people, when I said that, are like, what kind of feeling do you get? Like zombie-ish? Nothing like that. I just have a very relaxed state of mind, if that makes sense. What my antidepressants did for me was basically boost my happy hormone, and that's basically what CBD does for me too. Makes me a little less stressed, makes me a little less overwhelmed, helps my depression, and helps me get out of the funks that I'm often in. So that has been great for me postpartum, and something recently I did around the 9-month mark with him, I want to say. Little nursing sesh mid video, but yeah, CBD has been great for my mental health. If you guys want a more in-depth video about that, what I did, just how it's helping me. I mean, I don't really have too much info on it, but I did do my research, and I can say for myself, after being on it for so long, like it has helped. I definitely think a year postpartum now, I am finally in like that happy place. The first year for me, from what I've noticed, is always like a very foggy year, like just kind of surviving, kind of trying to figure out how to be a mom of 1, 2, now 3. As I said earlier, not focusing on like how I look or like things like that. I'm just focusing on being a mom. Once that year mark hits for me, I just feel so good. At least I'm a week away from a year now, and I'm just finally feeling like I'm coming into myself again. Like I want to wear actual clothes again, get ready every day. I kind of finally come out of that postpartum depression and anxiety fog. The 1 year mark postpartum is definitely a huge milestone for me to get through, and it's very exciting time as well because I just feel like I am human again, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm finally at that 1 year mark. I'm starting to get to a really happy place. I feel like I've got like my life under control a bit, and that is feeling really nice. Let me know in the comments, how does this work for you guys? Like, I've definitely talked about this on my other platforms. A lot of people say by 3 months they start feeling really good postpartum, 6 months, 8 months. There's a very wide variety. Some people say 18 months, 2 years, 3 years. When do you guys start crawling out of that little bit of like funk or mommy fog and start feeling like yourself postpartum? For me, it's definitely that 1 year mark. I said lots of up and down emotions. I kind of went into that. I did have like some times where postpartum depression and anxiety was really hard, especially when I was like stopping my medication, starting my medication. I feel like I've really got that under control now with the CBD. So emotions, definitely lows and highs. I feel like that's for anyone going through their postpartum journey. And then the only other thing I really have to talk about is, like, I know I'm gonna get this question, do you plan on having another baby? Like, what's your plans for that? We definitely do. Some days I feel very ready. I'm like, yes, let's have another baby. Other days I'm like, nope, we're gonna wait. But I definitely, all of our kids are 2.5 years apart. We usually get pregnant around like the 21 month mark. So that's probably like where we're looking at right now, unless something happens on accident. But yeah, probably at least another 6 months until we even try TTC. Another thing I do want to mention, I still have not started my cycle yet. So if you followed my last postpartum journey, I didn't start my cycle until I induced it myself at 19 to 20 months postpartum, and then I got pregnant with him, my first cycle. So I may have to do the same thing again, but so far no signs of a cycle in sight. With my second baby, I always had phantom cycles, which is very unheard of, but there are some women out there who got them. I did get them with her. I don't get phantom cycles this time, like no monthly cramping or anything like that. So no signs of a postpartum cycle like returning, at least yet. But I am hoping I won't have to induce it myself this time, and it will just regulate like on its own when we are ready to TTC. But I think that is all for an update. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm so happy to be back to filming. This actually felt so good to sit down, talk to my camera. I feel like this is like my friends, my therapy, and just like a little venting session for me. Let me know in the comments also what type of videos you guys want to see upcoming. You guys don't want day in the life vlogs. Do you want some homeschooling content, since that's something that I've been like dipping my toes into the last like 2 months. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see from me, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone.